friends, I thought it was about time that we had a girl talk and caught up, because I feel like it's been so long since I have just sat and honestly talked to you with no filter and answered any questions or topics that you want to hear me talk about. So I have a bunch of new makeup to play with, and I also have like my regular makeup with me. This is a combo of whatever I have thrown in here for the past month while traveling back and forth. I just want to say I'm sorry for the lack of vlogs. I feel like in July I have one ready to go. It's been ready for over a week, but it's being held up by a brand. So I thought we could do a girl talk in the meantime, because I was gonna film this video anyways. This is gonna be completely unfiltered. I haven't looked at the questions that I asked for last week on my Instagram, and I also asked you guys for like some live questions right now in the Comfort Club broadcast channel on Instagram. I feel like that's like our little group chat. Oh my gosh, wait, the Comfort Club sent in like the best questions. I feel like I want to start with these. Let's take these off. And I made myself a little maple cinnamon latte because it's almost fall. Don't hate me for saying that. I know it's August. I know it's still summer, but like it's kind of almost fall. Also, I am in my PJs. I thought I should acknowledge that. I really wanted this to feel like a girl to girl talk and like my most unfiltered and cozy version. I'm also gonna try and use different products than what I use in every single video for the last year. So I'm gonna tell you about some new faves, and then we're obviously gonna try some new stuff. I'm starting with the Smashbox Dual Filter 2-in-1 foundation. I actually just did a video with them on TikTok. I love this foundation a lot because it is non-acnegenic and non-comedogenic, so it's like completely acne safe. And this is like a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I mainly just use it as a foundation, but I use the concealer applicator to apply it. Another new find, the Mary Phillips, the cream blush brush, but I like to use it as a foundation brush. How do you clear up your acne? I've been struggling a lot with hormonal acne recently, and I'm still looking for a product or treatment that might help. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, my skin like kind of freaked out on me with summer. I have like breakouts here, that's scarring, but then I got like a few little inflamed ones there. So I don't want you to think that like I've completely cleared up my skin, because I haven't, but I do feel like I've cleared it like 80%. Like the big things right now that I think of when I think of my skin journey and like what's really cleared it is I went through like the Face Reality Acne Boot Camp, and so I found a really good esthetician on their website. I went to a level 2 acne expert, which was basically like the best one I could find in my area. She started me on this like entire process. I started last August, so it's almost a year. I had to do acne peels every other week at the beginning, and I'm back to every other week for the summer, but we just do a level 1 peel on me. I think there's 3 levels. I think it is like the foundation for everything else I've done, but some of the other things that I do that really help, I really try and stay away from dairy. I will eat cheese, but it's so minimal that it doesn't really trigger anything. I try and stay away from like overall inflammatory foods, so super processed foods. I don't want you to think this means I don't eat them, because I do. I track in my mind like how much I'm eating and when, and if it's like around my period, I really try and stay away from it because I'm just gonna make the breakouts worse. So anything that could cause any sort of inflammation in my body. I ice my face morning and night, red light therapy. I don't know if there's actually any other skin device that I would recommend you guys besides a red light mask. I think it's the only one that actually works from home. So I use the Current Body one. I really like it. I love how it sits on your face, so it's like as effective as possible. A probiotic every day, omegas every day, vitamin D and zinc. Those are all supplements that really help with your breakouts and just like inflammation in your body. So, and using all acne safe products, including my makeup. Today we'll probably be playing with like a few cheek products that aren't necessarily acne safe, but I never use foundation or concealer that is pore clogging. I have to like remember to keep going while I answer these questions, because I will sit and gap for forever. So I'm going to use the Tower 28 Serum Corrector in the shade BU. Could we have a hobbies update, whether it's reading or journaling, ballet? And I'm also curious to know what your favorite products are for each hobby. I want to do this video so bad. I want to do like my favorites for journaling or like planning stationery, because there's so many niche things like stickers, tabs, pens. Love reading. The only thing is sometimes it's this damn phone that won't let me read enough, but that's self-control I need to exercise on my part. And then obviously horseback riding. I actually am taking August and September off of riding, which is like the first break I've taken since I've started, which makes me really proud of myself because I went like 2 years straight just because of the wedding. Honestly, things are too busy. I miss ballet so much. I just don't find like good studios in my area. The best ones are like in Austin, but we recently learned our wedding dance and we did it with like a really fun choreographer back home. Learning choreography again, like I don't think there's anything I miss more. Someone said, tell us more about the wedding and honeymoon. So excited for you. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Do I have any new bronzers? So this is a new bronzer that I tried recently. It's the Morphe Cheek Thrills Bronze and Tone Duo. Kind of like a drugstore version of the Patrick Ta, and I really like it. I feel like I'm gonna save the wedding details for anything I decide to post. And there's not much I can spill, I feel like. I was about to tell you our first dance song, but I feel like I want to save that. You know what? Not everyone watches the YouTube vlog, so I'm gonna tell you. Our first dance song is Yellow by Coldplay. I think it's so cute. It's so nostalgic. Like, don't you think Coldplay is just so nostalgic? It gives you that like gut-wrenching feeling, but like in the best way. So we wanted to do something like that. I also didn't want it to be too slow. I don't know how much I'll share about the wedding. I don't even know how much I'll post. I don't know. I'm kind of just going into it with like an open mind and just being like, if I feel like filming, I'll film. If I feel like making TikToks, I'll make them. If I don't feel like making TikToks, I won't make them. I just feel like recently on social media, the weddings I've seen feel, I don't want to say that they're performative, but I feel like the posting of them feels performative, and I really don't want to do that with my wedding. And I have to exercise self-control because I will, because I love this. I love making content. I love editing it. I love like seeing a vision come to life, but I have to like remind myself that's not what I'm doing with my wedding. And I feel like the only way for me to not do that is to not make content out of it. This job is so peculiar in that way. So I feel like I'll share probably the most on YouTube because you guys know me and it just feels like really organic to do it here. For the honeymoon, I will tell you about this. We are going to Paris in October. I really wanted to do the south of France because I've never been there. I wanted to see the beaches and the water, but it's gonna be too cold. And then if we wait till like the spring, summer, like May, I was talking to a friend and she was like, March is still too cold. So I was like, if we wait till May, that's so far off from the wedding, which is fine, but I kind of do want to like go in that super newlywed bubble with Renee somewhere. So we're gonna do Paris because it's like city vibes, but Europe, and we can travel from there. It has been a few weeks since I picked out some of my wedding day jewelry with Brilliant Earth and it just came in, so let's unbox it together. Brilliant Earth has some of the highest quality sourced lab and natural diamonds. They only source their diamonds ethically, so everything that is available to buy meets their very high quality standards. I just want to say going into the showroom at their new La Cantera store was so much fun. It was so fun getting to try on engagement rings again. I got to like play fiance for a bit, especially since it's my last few weeks being a bride-to-be. It was like so fun to go in and try all the different styles and shapes they have. If you're planning to get married, they have so many wedding band options, which is the first thing that we are going to unbox. So once I have my engagement ring and my wedding band, I will pair it with this ring. It is a beautiful Eternity lab diamond ring. It has round diamonds all around it, and I love that it's round diamonds because it matches my engagement ring. I have a round diamond. I think Eternity bands are just so classy and classic, like you truly can't go wrong with them. I am so excited about this. I chose a stunning and gorgeous tennis bracelet. This is the 14 karat yellow gold petite lab diamond tennis bracelet. I think this is going to be so perfect to wear basically the entire weekend of the wedding. It is so stunning, beautiful. Make sure if you're in the area to check out the new San Antonio showroom at La Cantera. I will have all the info for these pieces and their website linked in the description. Okay, we need to try new blushes. Armani sent some Dolce makeup blushes. The packaging is so cool. Okay, this looks like a color I want to try. Shade 4, goes straight to the face. It looks like a Toasted Teddy by Rhode. Someone said, how do you feel handling your grieving with Lola and your grandfather, sending lots of love? That's actually really kind to check up on me. I feel like Penny was just like the biggest angel that could have been sent to me, because grieving Lola, I just feel like I kept myself like down for so long. Like I would still cry every day up until like May and June until I found her. I'm also gonna layer shade number 1. I feel like grief lives like right here at the surface. Like it's always like right here, and if I just even look at it, it just all comes up, and it comes up pretty often. Gosh, grieving Lola has just been like the hardest thing I've ever done. It being sandwiched with the loss of my 2 grandparents was just like, I always kind of just felt, I guess, lonelier than like other people innately. I'm an only child and my parents are divorced, so it was just always so lonely. I'm very independent. I'm very, very independent. And Renee's an only child too. To be fair, we both have like half siblings or step siblings, but we are like our mother's only children, so we're both very independent people, which is, I think, what I love about our relationship so much is like I've never lost a piece of my independence in my relationship. I've never had to compromise it. I just felt like after I lost these people in my life, I just felt even lonelier. And I think that was what was really hard, is I was just like, my circle is already so small that like, yeah, my pets probably supplement, like, I don't know, like some form of companionship, because I don't have siblings. Like I grew up with my childhood dog. Like it was my partner, like my companion. Losing Lola just felt like that. Like it just felt like losing people I already didn't feel like I had, or like company I already felt like I didn't have. And like I've never really talked about that part of it, but a lot of my anger when Lola got sick, like my dog that I wanted to be my companion through my 20s, came from that. And it came from me just being like, I already have such little in company sometimes that I hated that this was happening. I don't feel that way anymore. I understand that like that's life and everyone will go through their own version of loss. Obviously it's been hard without my grandpa, and losing my grandma in 2022 was so unexpected. That was, I mean, there's like a before and after of my life, just because it was a really tragic loss. It was a painful loss. She didn't die like a calm death, and I helped them take care of her, and it just changed me like drastically. But also just seeing my grandpa without her was so heartbreaking. And I'm gonna use some of this new Kosas powder. Sorry, I'm like interrupting this deep talk with my new makeup. One thing that's been really, really, really hard, and I do want to talk about, is not having my grandparents at my wedding, because I don't have any living grandparents anymore. People just don't talk enough about like grieving through your wedding. Like it's just been so painful, and I'm so grateful I have both of my parents there, but man, I never thought that I would be getting married without them, like ever. I was so close to my grandma, and honestly both my grandparents, like they raised me. My mom was a single mom, so like I spent so much time with them. I will say though, let me say this. I can't open this damn powder, first of all. Someone said in a comment, and it literally altered my brain chemistry, so thank you if you left this comment. Someone said that Penny was sent to give me all the remaining love that Lola wasn't able to, and it made me feel so good. Like there was a little bit of guilt associated with like bringing Penny in, because I just wasn't ready for a dog. But Penny has like healed so much of it. Like she has like, I feel like, bandaged together what was so broken from 2024. Not to mention I had the worst friends that year. I had the worst company around me. I was just like in the worst environment, and I was trying to make it good, and I was like, no, this is good, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like it was a mess. I made a mess of my personal life. I can't even believe that I was uploading through it. Like, and none of it was fake. Like I also don't want you to think I put on a facade when I'm going through something hard. It's just like I showed everything else but what was hard. But I just feel like Penny was like an angel sent from above. I had been saying for so many months that I wanted a red golden, and that would be my next dog. Like guys, that's insane. That is insane. And I just feel like Penny was sent as like an extension of her love from like my grandparents. My grandma loved dogs, like obsessed. She loved dogs more than people. She was just like me. My grandma grew up an orphan working in the field, and so she, I think, found a lot of comfort in animals more than people. And I feel so much like her, and it makes me emotional because I miss her so much. At this rate, I'll never get through all the questions. What is something you disliked about yourself when you were little but love now? My middle name. I hated the name Stevie. I hated it. I thought it was criminal that my parents named me that as a little girl. I was like, what kind of parents give their daughter a boy name? Which like, it's not. I feel like it's gender neutral, but as a child, it's like a boy name. So funny how things work out, that's like pretty much the only way I go by on all my socials. How are you managing wedding stress and nerves? Meh. not gonna say I'm doing great, guys, because I've been stressed recently. I think nerves more than anything, in terms of like, I am so stressed that the days revolve around me. Like, it's just really kind of uncomfortable for me. And so I'm trying to like not freak out about it, but it's kind of keeping me up at night. I also know it's gonna fly by though. I'm gonna try this brow pencil from Make. I hate bridal side of social media. I actually hate it. Like, more, I think that's what's made me feel stressed, is people are like, anything for the white dress, and it's like microneedling, red light therapy, like PRP, working out 7 days a week. I just feel like I'm behind, and that's such a stupid, I don't know, even way of thinking, because it's like, it's your wedding. Like, you can't be behind on your own wedding. Really don't like what wedding culture has become. People always get scared when I say this, but I'm excited to like get it over with. Like, I'm so excited to do it. And that's kind of why I'm like not really sure if I want to even like post it on social media much. I'm sure I'll post some stuff, but how much I really want to focus on that at all, because I just feel like everything has become so performative, and I just don't want to feed into that. How do you plan your fitness? Like, if you use any videos or apps? I use the Alive app by Whitney Simmons, and that's been my favorite workout app I've tried. I really recommend it. I'm already on my second guide from them this year. It's like a weight training guide, but I know now they have like Pilates, they have at-home workouts. When you plan out your quarters, months, weeks, what does your routine look like? Do you use multiple platforms or planners when doing that? Do you color coordinate? I have a plan with me video on my channel from I think it's pretty recent, probably for like a month or two ago, and I talk about all that. I talk about the platforms, I talk about the process, the color coding, so definitely go watch that. What's your most unpopular opinion? Wait, let me think. I know I have some. I thought of one the other day and I was like, this is such an unpopular opinion, and I can't remember it. One thing that I'm really bad at is like remembering things on the spot when someone's asking me, because then I feel so much pressure about trying to remember it that I can't remember it. That because there's a comment section, you should be able to write what you want. I think people have taken advantage of it as a place to spread negativity. Why don't we remember, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it? Like, unfollow, unsubscribe. But people truly feel like some self-righteous feeling that they should be able to say the negative thing that they're thinking in the comments, because it's open for them if they want to. And then like a more random one is like, this is for sure unpopular. I think you should be able to eat in bed. People are gonna come at me so hard and be like, your bed must be so gross. I don't eat in bed often, but like, lay out a towel. Like, I think it's fine to eat in bed. Do people like, I've just met some people that think that that's gross. Is there a season of life you miss though you've outgrown it? Honestly, I think college life. I miss being a student. I enjoyed it like thoroughly. Like, obviously no one likes school and like doing all the homework, but I do miss being a student. What are things you think are chic? What's your favorite song at the moment? Ooh, I like this. Okay, things I think are chic. Also, I'm gonna do some eyeshadow with this Hourglass Curator palette. Right now, zebra print, capris, tabbies, tabbies with capris, mini jean shorts, bucket bags, thick sunglasses that look like goggles, bandanas in the hair. Honestly, having your own style though is like the most chic thing possible. Favorite song at the moment? Oh Well from Petal, from Ariana Grande. Obviously, should we do a Petal ranking? I am loving Petal. I just like have to talk about this for a second. I'm gonna use this like warm brown shade all over my eyelid. We're not doing anything crazy. I think a lot of people were like really shocked by Petal from, if you're an Ari fan. Do you guys remember, if you are a fan, when she would mix with those gloves like 10 years ago? This is that. Like, this is exactly that. Like, this is so her style. Oh Well is my favorite. I really like Big Feelings. That is so like Dangerous Woman of her. I love it so much. But her album also reminds me of like her first album. Like, I was listening to it the other day and I was like, it kind of reminds me of My Everything. Or I guess that's her second album. But it was the first one that I was like a super fan of, and it reminds me of like Be My Baby and songs like that with that kind of beat. Moving to my own apartment and excited to decorate. Best tips for furniture decor organizer. Worth spending a little extra. Where to save. Best home brands. This is honestly such a good question. I feel like, okay, there are places to spend and places to save. I would say the best places to spend that I have found are bed frames, because I went cheaper with bed frames and ended up replacing them like 2 times because it either wasn't what I wanted or was like such bad quality. So I would say save on things like a coffee table, anything that maybe won't be permanent in another space. Like, you know, you'll always have a bedroom, but but you don't always know the shape of your living room. So maybe don't get a very expensive coffee table because you just don't know it's always gonna work. Things I would save on too are rugs. I think Ruggable's a good option, Rugs USA. When I have splurged on rugs, I've regretted it, especially if you have pets. I would splurge on, honestly, like the first thing that comes to my mind is bedroom furniture, like dresser, nightstand, beds. I would save on like living room furniture because especially if it's not your forever home, those are moving parts. A dream that you have or something that you want to achieve, even if it looks delusional, I want to buy a property in New York in my early 30s, like a really nice one if I can. It's like a goal that I'm like saving for. And Renee like shares this dream with me because it's my dream. It's completely delusional and it might never happen. Or also to like come out with my own stationery and like planners. So very delusional. Don't know if they'll happen. Now I've told you, so let me do some mascara while we keep chatting. I really like this Cali Ray tubing mascara. How do you organize your life with your partner? Do you have a joint account? We don't have a joint account and neither of us want to. And some people might think that's odd. We both have like individual incomes, individual savings, but it's like our money and we split things, like obviously like the mortgage on the house, or he'll take majority on certain things and then I'll do like other bills and other things. I like it that way. I want to keep it that way. It keeps our money. Like I want to be able to spend my paychecks the way I want to spend them. And it's not that he wouldn't let me, but naturally if it's coming from the same account, you're gonna be like, what, hey, what's this? Like I don't want to be questioned on like certain expenses. And that doesn't mean that we're not consulting each other. On big expenses, we're so open with each other. There's also nothing to hide. Like I'm never buying things that I'm like hiding from him. Like he knows everything, or he'll encourage me to treat myself. She also asked if we have a joint calendar. We have separate calendars, but we communicate about like our schedules all the time. So that's kind of how we coordinate. What's your advice on coping with overthinking and anxiety in the first years of your 20s? I feel like everything feels so like heavy the first years of your 20s. It feels like the magnitude of your decisions are so big, you know, like it could alter the course of your life. Like you get out of college at that age, or you're looking for a job at that age, and it's just, it all feels a lot. And try to remind yourself you have so much time. You could make 4 wrong decisions in a row and still have time to figure it out. So don't fixate too much on doing the most perfect job. Enjoy the messiness of your early 20s. That's something I would definitely wish I could have told my younger self a few years ago, is like enjoy the messiness of your early 20s, because one day you're gonna have more things figured out and you're gonna miss the nights where you would stay up till 4 a.m., the nights where you just like put off all your responsibilities because you were a college kid. And at the time you can kind of look at yourself and be like, why am I like this? Like I need to get my shit together. I don't know. Be messy for a bit longer. Like you aren't gonna get to do it forever. Would love to hear more about your choice on interior, like the interior of my home. My style is very like traditional home. I feel like it's sometimes like very mature for my age, but I really like it. Like I've always really liked the style of home. I love like the dark woods and the big furniture and the heavy pieces and the gold and the Ralph Lauren accents. I actually do feel like sometimes now as I've gotten older, it leans maybe a little bit more masculine than, you know, picking pinks and chromes necessarily. Like I kind of used to gravitate towards. I don't know, I love that like masculine energy with feminine touches. It's still a girl's home. It's still, a woman clearly lives here, but it's like you're not afraid to play into like the dark, deep tones that don't initially lean girly. This is the Lip and Shape Contour shade Tease. How did you start to make content? My last semester of college, I vlogged a day in my life. It randomly did really well on YouTube, and the second it started getting any sort of views, I locked in. And I was like, I'm not letting any of this momentum go. I'm uploading every single week. And so I uploaded every week for about 3 years. And now I'm barely like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, it's more like every other week or every 10 days. I'm just allowing myself to like honestly explore like the creative side of things and like really be excited to film and do videos that feel exciting. And there's so much content on other platforms. You know, I hope it fills for the gap of like those extra 3 or 4 days that I am using to film and edit. I really love watching your vlogs. How do you stay confident in front of the camera? Honestly, confidence is just like fake it till you make it. Only I know I'm insecure sometimes in front of the camera, unless I voice it, unless I'm like, guys, my skin looks so bad, I feel gross today. But when I film in public, I'm like, only you know you're embarrassed. Embarrassment is a choice, only you know. Yeah, someone might look at you and laugh if you're filming in public, but one, the return for me is way more. Like, I care way more about how this edit's gonna come together than what someone thinks of me in passing. And two, it's literally in passing. Like, they might laugh, they might think something to themselves, and then they're never gonna see you again. But I'm not gonna mess up my filming for someone else. What they might think of me for maybe 2 seconds. Sometimes I feel like confidence is a choice and you just have to choose it, you know? Like, how is it living with Penny? Is she doing good? Penny is honestly doing great. She has adapted to the cats so well. She is getting used to Mojo right now, which is our Chihuahua. Honestly, she's potty trained already. She knows a good amount of commands. She's just doing so great. And what do you do when you're in a funk and you want to get out of it? My favorite thing to do is to like not wait for inspiration to strike and kind of like go and find it, because it's not just gonna pop up out of nowhere. And this is just something I've learned over time. It's like, give yourself the time that you need if you feel like you need it, and then go and find the inspo that you're looking for, whether that be watching motivating videos or productive videos to like make you feel like you want to be productive again. For me, like, I get into a really bad funk with content sometimes, so I will like specifically go and find inspiration of what feels exciting for me to film, make a list out of it, and then like plan it into my week. I would say make a plan for yourself that feels exciting and inspiring to get out of your funk. What's a big sister advice you'd give to your younger audience you wish someone gave to you? I wish someone had told me that when people show you who they are, believe them. And that's good or bad, because I just feel like I stayed in some bad friendships that kind of cost me what I feel like is maybe me like really finding a better group of people, because I stayed there for too long, because I just kept giving people like the benefit of the doubt, and they had already shown me like who they were. They'd already shown me their morals, their values. They didn't align with mine, but I just kept like trying to reason with the fact that I was like, well, we've been friends for this long, and it's like, sometimes you outgrow people and you aren't seeing eye to eye anymore. It's not working anymore. It's just like a relationship. Like, it's just not working anymore. And I wish someone had told me like, don't waste more time trying to like make certain relationships or friendships work, because you're just gonna cost yourself what could be another great friendship, or time with yourself, or just like honestly time that you'll never get back. I wish I had just believed people for who they were when they showed me, because it was very obvious the whole time. I'm not gonna put on any lip gloss because I got lip blushing done. Anyways, this is the finished makeup. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. Let me add some faux freckles though. What's one thing you've stopped chasing that's made you unexpectedly happier? I really like this one. For a long time there, especially at the beginning of my YouTube channel, like 2023, I was kind of chasing a life that wasn't mine. I would say even in 2024, I was trying to like be someone that I wasn't, because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. The second I just accepted myself for who I am, good, bad, ugly, even things that like I'm embarrassed of about myself, I feel like I became so much happier. I was telling you guys earlier how I have like a generally really small circle. Starting with my family, I've always just felt like honestly like more independent, more, I don't think lonely is the right word, because I don't feel lonely, and I do have like good people in my life that keep me company and like good friends and stuff, but just more singular. I don't know. That used to be embarrassing to me. I used to like want the opposite of that. I need to live in a bigger, cooler city because that's what's cool. Obviously, I want to move eventually. Like, I want to experience living somewhere else. I used to want those things because I thought they were cool, and I thought that was what was like successful, or what was something to show for yourself. When life has whatever purpose you want it to have, you could choose any path for your life. And so it's like, when I stopped thinking that's what made me better, or I would be better if I had those things, and I just accepted who I am, completely accepted who I am, my bad traits, my good traits I'm insecure about, and just accepted like, well, that's just me. Doesn't mean you can't work on things that are like bad. Obviously you should, but it just means that like even things that I'm insecure about, just accepting it. It's just those little things. Who's an author you'd love to meet? I don't really know. I feel like I actually don't know that much about even like my favorite authors, but just based off of their writing, maybe Kristen Hanna. By the way she writes, I feel like she's probably a very thoughtful and inspiring woman. I think I'm gonna stop it there because I have rambled so much. I am always convinced no one's gonna watch the videos where I just like sit down and talk. So if you did watch this one, thank you, and I love you, and I will see you very soon with a new vlog, I promise. Yeah, bye. I did not just spill coffee all over myself. Oh my gosh. It's okay because I don't think you'll see it the entire video. Clearly the internet is just a facade because you had no idea I had coffee spilled all over me this entire time.